My name is Ryan, and this is my demonstration speech, and I have my buddy Pat and Alex as my audience. I'm going to demonstrate how to put on an outlet. It's something easy that a homeowner can do. If, for example, if they want to change out their outlet colors, or they just need to put a new outlet on, or if they're at home remodeling and they want to save some money and they can do it themselves, it's actually a pretty simple task. Obviously, you want to be safe about it, so always make sure you go to your breaker panel, which is usually located in the basement somewhere, and turn off the breaker that is powering up this outlet so you can prevent any electrical shock and whatnot. And then I'll come over here and tell you a little bit about the wiring. And we'll start with the white wire. That'll always be your neutral, which is always like your bigger slot. Your hot will always be black. It will usually always be a color wire. Never a white wire will be a hot, which is your power, which powers up this outlet, which is your smaller slot. This is your ground. That just helps prevent any like metal on anything from getting energized from a hot or anything like that. And obviously you can see how they just plug. You have two wires, a white and a white top and bottom, and a black and a black top and bottom. Nowadays they don't really do that. For example, they would more so do it as in, you see right here how you have a wire and a wire into a wire nut, then you have a pigtail off of it to the outlet itself. That is pretty much ideal on how they do it nowadays. This is an older house, so that is how they might have done it back then. But for now, that is how they do it these days. And I'm not going to take this outlet apart to do that, but I do have a picture for you. And that is essentially really how you put on an outlet. I mean, when it comes down to it, and say it's just the wire itself, you'd have the wire, which would have no copper showing, etc. And essentially, I don't want to make this wire short or anything, so I don't want to cut it. But essentially what you do is you just have your bare wire, and obviously find your wire size, which would be 14 for like any bedroom. And then basically you just go to your wire, which would be right here, for example, and you probably go back like 1/4 of an inch, crimp down obviously on the wire, and just strip it off. Then you just come over here and stab it in, for example, on how they have it right there. Then obviously take your screws, put that back. Then obviously they have a plug-in tester that you can plug it in and make sure everything works. I don't have one of them on me. I left it at my job, but that is essentially how you would put on an outlet if you ever got to the point of wanting to do it yourself. So that is how you put on an outlet. Obviously, like I said, stay safe when you do it. Don't do it with the power on or anything like that. I mean, obviously it's not going to kill you, but it can definitely spark something, maybe start a fire, shock you, blah, blah, blah. So essentially just stay safe and whatnot, and that is how you put on an outlet.